Welcome to part 1 of the two-part program, Joanna Ampil, radiant actress and singer. Accomplished stage and screen star Joanna Ampil is known for her charismatic talent. Her splendid performance as the leading Lady Kim in the musical Miss Saigon first drew the attention of influential theater producers in 1993. Miss Ampil has since stayed at the top of her field, and in 2011 she performed in the role of Tang in the unique musical The Real Love, inspired by the true story of Supreme Master Thanh Hải. It's with pleasure that we introduce Joanna Ampil today to talk about her fruitful career starting back in 1993 when she landed the leading role in Miss Saigon.
I've been very blessed. That was a time when I got into a musical show in the West End in London, which is Miss Saigon. They held auditions here in Manila, and a couple of months later, they told me that I was successful in my audition, and I had to fly to London with my mother because I was considered a minor at that time. I was only 17, and the rest is history. Yes, I've been very, very blessed and fortunate to have worked with some of the most amazing artists and collaborators, directors, and creative teams.
Joanna Ampil shares with us how her passion for acting developed.
Basically, I started off as a singer. I knew very little about acting, apart from just following my instincts. And I suppose that kind of worked to my advantage because of the role that I was up for, which is Miss Saigon. She's meant to be this very raw, very innocent girl. And I remember the director, Nicholas Heitner, was staring at me during the audition. And I thought, my gosh, he's really scrutinizing me. Little did I know that he was actually seeing Kim in my persona. And that's why I got the part. And of course, when I realized that it takes a lot of acting skills, it takes a lot of dancing skills and stuff like that to be in the West End, when I got there rehearsing for Miss Saigon, I hired a singing teacher, an acting teacher, and I tried to basically enhance my craft whilst I was in the show. I suppose that's the reason why I'm still doing this now, because my passion developed for it when I was doing the lessons with my teachers, who are quite amazing.
From 1996 to 1998, Joanna Ampil played the role of Saint Mary Magdalene in the London revival production of Jesus Christ Superstar at the Lyceum Theatre. She also performed as the innocent Eponine in the famous musical Les Miserables, which ran during 2000 to 2001 at the Palace Theatre in London. Another career highlight was playing Fantine in Les Miserables in a Windsor concert performance for Her Royal Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and the royal family. Miss Ampil had long wished to perform in her own country. After 16 years in the West End, she finally returned home to the Philippines in 2008 to do her first musical theater production in Manila. She played Maria in the celebrated musical West Side Story. On August 27, 2011, the global premiere of a special musical, The Real Love, took place at the prestigious Pasadena Civic Center in Pasadena, California, USA. This Broadway Hollywood-style production was brought together by the two-time Oscar-winning composer and lyricist Al Kasha. With great admiration for Supreme Master Thanh Hải and her poems, Mr. Kasha invited world-class artists to take part in the show, using Master's touching poems as lyrics for the musical. The Real Love starred Joanna Ampil as Tang, a tender-hearted Oloxese, also known as Vietnamese, woman helping war-torn refugees. How does Joanna Ampil look back on that role?
Oh, with fondness. and with such joy. This is the gift that keeps giving. It was such a special time in my life. And every time I look back, it's almost like wanting to go back in time and redo the whole thing because it was so wonderful. I collaborated with the most amazing artists of Broadway, and I got to play one of the most revered spiritual leaders. There was a little bit of pressure there only because she was so loved and so revered that I just wanted to do it so right. It was so easy in a way because I felt like there was an intervention. And I honestly believe it was the Supreme Master Thanh Hải praying for me, because she said that eventually in her letter. And every time I would watch her talks in those videos that they sent me, there's just a certain calmness that came over me. And I don't know what it is. It's like I was cleansed spiritually, mentally, and physically. And everything became so clear when I was playing the character. I usually take time when I memorize songs and scripts, usually about 2 weeks for a song and several months for a script. This one, for the entire script, we rehearsed for 3 months, I think. Every now and then it would change. They'd give me a new song every day. It would take me minutes to memorize it, which was so unusual for me. And even I surprised myself. And I honestly believe it's the people praying for me and just being clear in my head. I was just so focused. So it was one of those memorable moments that I would love to relive.
So the real love was only a one night?
Yes, it was. Or a two night musical. Yeah, we recorded it for the video. I was having the best time. Of course, if we carried on, then it would have been, many months of great times. But I mean, in hindsight, I suppose it makes it even more special, the fact that it was only 2 nights, and I can look back and think, yeah, that those 2 nights were very, very special. Actually, the whole process, it wasn't just 2 nights, but about 3 to 6 months, it was very special. So, yeah, it was meant to be just the short stint.
The experience brought some unexpected rewards.
Really, there was something that got over me mentally, that I just wanted to be so kind to everyone and to all the animals and to all my co-inhabitants. It was that kind of feeling. It was light, so magical. It was such a magical time in my life. And looking back, it just gives me the smile, remembering all those moments. Everyone embraces the whole situation. And we have this group called Real Love on Facebook, and we still keep in touch. And everyone just had such fond memories, and everyone is still, every time they talk about, oh, remember this, remember that, we talk about it with fondness. And it's lovely, because there was no bad vibe whatsoever.
Joanna tells how she knows Supreme Master Thanh Hải can hear her prayers.
You know what? She's my angel. I honestly believe she's my angel. And it's almost like when I pray, I can ask her, in my head, I can just ask her, can you pray for me? And she will hear me, even if I'm just talking to her through my head. And I know that she will be praying for me. And that's what's lovely. She doesn't have to be there physically. It's just a mental thing. It's just like her meditations. So yeah, you can speak to her through your mind. That gives me comfort because I travel around so much. I can't always be by her side.
Do you consider yourself a spiritual person?
I think I am very spiritual in terms of I have great faith in things I do. I make sure that when I pray for something, I'll just leave it and not worry about it and just trust that it's going to be fine. So I think that's my interpretation of being spiritual, I guess.
Our special thanks to the delightful Joanna Ampil for sharing her story. We look forward to hearing more in the next episode. For more information on Joanna Ampil, please visit joannaampil.com.
Vegan side effect: you'll have more time for important tasks.
Right, viewers, thank you for your devoted company today.